Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Touchup Cup, which is a no-mess touch-up paint storage container that was made popular by the TV show Shark Tank. The Touchup Cup is a hard plastic cup that has a mixing ball included to assist in paint mixing. Each cup holds about 1.5 cups of paint, which is really nice for small touch-up jobs where you don't want to open an entire can. One potential downfall of the Touchup Cup is because it's relatively small. If you have a full container of paint, it's hard to pour paint into it without spilling, so we had to use a syringe to transfer paint just to make it more mess-free. If your gallon of paint was emptier, I don't think you would have that issue. Once full, it holds a good amount of paint for touch-up jobs and small things around the house, so we were very happy with that. The lid screws on securely, and it feels solid when it's on, so we didn't have fear of paint spraying out as we shook it. When you shake it, you can hear that ball rattling up and down, so you can tell that you're getting good mixing of the paint. I was a little nervous about opening the cup after we shook it. I was afraid that it might drip or it might run, causing a mess, but we didn't really have any issues with that. We closed it and shook it and opened it again multiple times, and other than a very small amount of paint around the rim that we wiped off with a paper towel, it was relatively mess-free. I wanted to see how the Touchup Cup held up, so we took it out about 2 to 3 weeks later to see how the paint was holding up within the cup to make sure that it wasn't drying out. As we opened it up, the first thing we noticed is that the paint had dripped down, and so there wasn't paint in the top of the cup when we went to take it out of our cabinet, which we thought was very interesting. I gave it another shake to test it out, and it was similar to the first time we used it. It worked very well, no mess, just a little bit around the rim that I wiped off with a paper towel. We did fill and use 2 different touch-up cups the day that we filmed this. Well, the first one, all of the paint had dripped down into the main part and everything was still wet. The second one that we did was an older paint, and that one remained on the lid and on the sides of the can and dried. I did give this one a shake to see how it went, and everything did seem to still work, and the paint on the lid and on the sides of the container didn't seem to cause any issues. Overall, I am very impressed with the Touchup Cup and the results that we had in our couple weeks of testing. I think it's a good option for touch-up paint around the house and for paint storage if you have just a small amount of paint to store.